Have you ever wondered what it takes to become an IAS officer in India? Imagine the journey of a young boy hailing from the most humble of backgrounds, a boy whose dreams were larger than his circumstances, a boy named Vanraj. Vanraj was born into a family where every day was a struggle, where every meal was a luxury. His family barely made ends meet, and yet he dared to dream. He dreamt of becoming an IAS officer, a position of power and respect, a position that could change not only his life, but also the lives of thousands of others like him. But the road to becoming an IAS officer was paved with hardships. Vanraj didn't have the resources to buy books or the luxury of time to devote to studies. His days were spent working odd jobs, earning pennies that barely covered their daily meals. His nights, however, were spent under the faint glow of a street lamp, engrossed in borrowed books, feeding his dream. The societal pressure was another beast he had to tackle. The society he was born into didn't believe in dreams. They saw his aspirations as a waste of time, an unnecessary diversion from the path of survival. They questioned his sanity, ridiculed his ambitions, and laughed at his dreams. But Vanraj was not one to be deterred. He was a warrior fighting an unseen battle, a battle against poverty, against society, against his own circumstances. He knew that the journey would be arduous, the path steep, and the challenges insurmountable. He was aware of the sleepless nights, the hunger pangs, the countless sacrifices he would have to make. But he was ready. He was ready to face it all, to fight it all. Despite the adversities, he never let his dream fade away. He held on to it with a fierce determination, a determination that was fueled by his burning desire, his unyielding spirit, and his unwavering belief in his dream. And that, my friends, is the unseen battle, the battle of a dreamer, the battle of an IAS aspirant. Now, imagine a boy with nothing but a dream, stepping into the world with the determination to conquer it. This boy, a mere silhouette against the backdrop of poverty, had a vision that transcended the confines of his reality. He was penniless, but rich in spirit and ambition. His goal? To become an Indian Administrative Service officer, a goal that seemed a world away for a boy who couldn't afford books, let alone a decent meal. Every dawn, as the sun painted the sky with hues of hope, he would embark on his daily grind, his hands roughened from manual labor, and his body weary from the relentless toil. But his spirit, unbroken, his eyes still shining with determination. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, his savings slowly began to grow. Each coin he saved was a step closer to his dream. The money wasn't for a lavish lifestyle or frivolous items, but for something far more precious: knowledge, books that would open doors to a world he longed to be a part of. His days were long, but his nights were even longer. With only the dim light of a single bulb and the quiet hum of the night as his companions, he dove headfirst into his self-studies. Textbooks became his teachers, and the flickering bulb his guiding light. Every page turned was a new lesson learned. Every chapter completed was a milestone reached. His sacrifices were many: the laughter of friends, the comfort of sleep, the taste of a full meal. But none of these deterred him. His focus was unyielding, his resolve unwavering. Despite the hardships, despite the struggle, he found joy in his journey. The kind of joy that comes from the knowledge that every step taken is a step closer to fulfilling a dream that was worth every sacrifice, every hardship, every struggle. Every night, under the dim light of a single bulb, his dream became more vivid. Struggles were his constant companions, but does he surrender? No, he fights back. In the midst of hardships, our protagonist, a boy of humble beginnings, continued to battle. His story is not one of overnight success, but a tale of relentless effort and unwavering determination. He was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He couldn't afford the luxury of new books or even decent meals. Yet, he never let the lack of resources deter his spirit. He found strength in his struggles and courage in his challenges. His life was a constant battle against poverty, but he found solace in his dreams. Dreams of becoming an IAS officer, dreams of changing not only his life but also the lives of those around him. He He worked day and night, juggling between odd jobs and studies. He saved every penny, every rupee to buy books. He burned the midnight oil, studying under the dim light of a flickering lamp, fueled by his unwavering determination. He faced obstacles, yes, countless of them. There were days when he would be overwhelmed by his circumstances, days when he would feel like giving up. But he didn't. He picked himself up, dusted off his clothes, and got back to work. He was fueled by a fire within, a fire of ambition and determination. He knew that the path to his dreams was not easy, but he was ready to walk, to run, to crawl if he had to. His struggles were not just physical, but also mental and emotional. The society looked down upon him, doubting his abilities, questioning his dreams, but he remained steadfast. He silenced the naysayers with his hard work and perseverance. He believed in himself when no one else did. He fought against all odds, against all challenges. His spirit remained unbroken, his resolve unshaken, and in this relentless pursuit of his dreams, he found his strength. He found his purpose. He became a symbol of resilience, of determination, of hard work. He knew the road was tough, but his will was tougher. After 2 years of relentless struggle and determination, the day arrived. A day that was not just another sunrise, but a dawn of new beginnings. A day that marked the transformation of an ordinary boy into an extraordinary beacon of hope and resilience. Imagine the moment when he held in his hands the letter that bore the seal of his victory. The moment when his name was no longer just a name, but a title that echoed through the corridors of power. An Indian Administrative Service officer. The moment when the sweat, the tears, the countless hours spent under the dim light of a single bulb all bore fruit. The moment when he realized that he had not just broken a barrier, but shattered it into 1,000 little pieces of triumph. He was not the same boy who once struggled to buy books, who once went to bed hungry. He was now a man who had overcome the hurdles of poverty, a man who had defied the odds, a man who had shown that perseverance and determination could indeed turn dreams into reality. His victory was not just his. It was a victory for his family, who had stood by him through thick and thin. It was a victory for his friends who had believed in him when no one else did. It was a victory for every child who dared to dream big, despite the challenges thrown at them. With his achievement, he brought a change not just in his life, but also in the lives of his loved ones. His family was no longer seen as just another poor family. They were now the family of an IAS officer. Their lives were transformed. They were now able to afford things they could only dream of before. And the boy? He was now a beacon of hope for everyone around him. His story was a testament to the fact that no dream is too big, no journey too hard, if you have the will to fight, the courage to persist, and the heart to believe. His dream was no longer a dream, it was a reality now. A reality that was hard-earned, a reality that was well-deserved, a reality that was a symbol of victory against all odds. His journey was not just about becoming an IAS officer, it was about proving that dreams do come true. Born into a world of hardship where every day was a struggle, he was a boy with little more than a dream that seemed impossible, a dream that many dismissed as a mere product of his imagination. But he held on to it with a tenacity that was as fierce as the hardships he faced. He was a boy who didn't have enough money to buy books, who didn't have enough clothes to wear, who didn't even have enough food to eat. But what he did have was a will of steel, a heart full of hope, and a mind that refused to bow down to circumstances. For 2 long years he toiled day and night, working hard to accumulate enough money to buy books. He studied under streetlights when there was no electricity at home. He shared textbooks when he couldn't afford his own. He went hungry when he had to choose between food and education. There were days of despair, days of exhaustion, days when giving up seemed easier. But he persevered, he persisted, he pushed on. And then, the day came when his struggles bore fruit, when his dreams turned into reality. He became an IAS officer, a symbol of determination, a testament to hard work, a beacon of hope. His journey was marked by trials and tribulations, by failures and setbacks, but it was also marked by hope, and faith by resilience and perseverance. His journey was not just about fulfilling his dream of becoming an IAS officer, but it was also about proving that dreams, no matter how big or small, no matter how impossible they seem, do come true. It was about proving that circumstances do not define us, but we define our circumstances. It was about proving that with determination, hard work, and belief, we can overcome any obstacle. We can achieve anything we set our minds to. He was a boy with a dream, and now he is an IAS officer, a beacon of hope for many.